What up, Greg? You're getting 2 in 1 videos tonight. Let's get it rolling. That was a stupid intro. La 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 la. Alright, guys. Today is Fortnite Battle Royale without Lucas. Because we kicked him, because he's a loser. I'm just kidding. He left.
We didn't kick him.
He left. Now, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy me playing Fortnite with Andy King slightly in the background, because I'm going to be watching him. You know who that is? Daniel, do you know who Andy King is?
I've heard of him, but I don't know.
You don't know who Andy King is?
No, I'm sorry. I live under a rock. Can you tell I live under a rock? Also, we're gonna probably lose our crowd.
Well, he started his channel a year ago. But he's still... I recommend watching his Lyle Crocodile.
Let's land golden spot, you know? Let's check. No,
Yeah.
Little back.
I want to go here. Huh?
Crazy if you want to land there.
I don't care. I haven't landed there in a while.
I watched the crocodile sing for an hour and a half. But why did I do it? It's because I love family movies. And isn't it exhausting to be consistently presented with films?
You know what? You directly to the ball. Go directly to the
Sometimes
ball.
it's nice to be able to shut your brain off for a while. And with social media quickly changing the way that we entertain ourselves, I feel like we often neglect simple movies. Despicable Me comes to mind. Minions is a good one. What else? Oh, yeah, Minions Rise of Gru. What I'm trying to get at here is that I feel like nowadays we're very quick to equate a simple movie to a bad movie. And in a lot of cases, I think today's movie, Wild Crocodile.
Fighting someone?
Not stop because there was turbulence and I got anxious. But don't worry, I finished it recently, and when it was over, I got anxious again because it's taxing.
I love that sound effect. The boom.
New York for an hour and a half, but it's even worse knowing that the crocodile is played by Shawn Mendes. I love it when you call me Senorita. I love it when you call me Lime.
I love it when you call
me. This is your official Shawn Mendes trigger warning, and with that, it's time. Victor Valenti, played by Javier Bardem. And you guess what he does for a living? Currency of criminal? I guess he is a criminal. The studio of this America's Got Talent type show to perform a dumb magic trick that doesn't work. It's the bird. Great job, a few seconds later, as the opening credits continue to roll, we see
Great job, security guard. Number 1, keep it up.
By Ben Classic and Justin Paul. In case you guys are unaware, these are the guys that wrote the music for The Greatest Showman.
I call the Volt Mythic. No way, they changed it to the tacky DMR. Yeah, I know.
It's also definitely illegal. When the clerk walks away, Hector starts to hear that song and it's like, so he sneaks into the back to discover, I'm gonna fucking vomit. Not only is it Shawn Mendes, but it's Shawn Mendes slithering around in a weird, slender, animated reptile body. Hector looks up to see the label on the cage, which has just enough paint left to perfectly spell out blind.
Alright, we're taking Midases
I don't know, man. Maybe this
after we loot it.
my first instinct would be to go in there and grab that fucker and start squeezing him like a stretch boy. He's so cute. I want to see him first. There's nothing wrong with me saying that he's animated. Don't know the cops. Whatever, though, because now our Captain Hill Freak has a new name and a new home. Now, when you take a pet home for the first time, the natural thing to do would be, to let it get accustomed with its space, get a little comfortable. No. It's time for vocal warm-ups. La, 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 la. Oh, man, you saw anything I liked once. You didn't even stop yourself yet to question whether or not this shit is real. I am okay. It's so stage, and, well, literally every other thing you neglected to acquire. Like,
I got it. What are you still doing down there?
Just killing them.
well, there it is, folks. The classic Shawn Mendes jump scare. Now, as I'm sure you guys know, this stuff was going
Taking the
viral for a
ammo.
while, but what's funny is I feel like a lot of people saw that clip but never actually watched the movie. So now seems like a good time to let you know that Lyle doesn't talk ever. Instead, we get consistently assaulted by Shawn's weird, silky
Don't
voice.
need it. I got a
One
lot of
time,
people
including
down.
seconds later when he actually does the meme again. Okay, so now we've been launched, including then we get
Moving hip hop.
well, there it is, folks. The classic Shawn Mendes jump scare. Now, I'm sure you guys know
It's so
this clip was going
goddamn gross.
viral for a while. It's funny, I feel like a lot of people saw that clip but never actually watched the movie. So now seems like a good time to let you know that Lyle doesn't talk ever. Instead, we get consistently assaulted by Shawn's weird, silky voice at the worst
nope, that's
times,
not
including
canon.
seconds later when he actually does the meme again. Okay, so now we've been launched into a musical number called Take a Look at Us Now, where Hector and Lyle sing about being friends. It's honestly pretty catchy, but if you ask me, they probably could have simplified this moment and just said, we up. Okay, so dude, Shawn Mendes being in this movie just makes no sense. Take a look at this clip and listen to how weird he sounds.
I'm gonna go to the
singing and
classroom real quick.
It's too sexy! Javier Bardem is putting on such a good character voice. Why would you pair him with Shawn Mendes just being Shawn Mendes? Okay, guys, so this is what I'm thinking for the Lyle voice, kind of like, take a look at us now. Okay, actually, we're looking for something a little different. More like a crocodile, like, oh, okay, how about something like this? Take a look at us now. So a couple things happen in this number. First of all, they pass time pretty quickly, and Lyle goes from being cute to adolescent and creepy. Like, I get that he's aging, he's getting older, but he's also getting quirkier, and they're taking a bath together. What the fuck? We also learn that Javier Bardem has got some rules, which is crazy because he's 54, busting it like a shiny undancer, and then they finally arrive at the night of the big show, Lyle the Singing Crocodile. I think this is going to be about Lyle the Singing. It's actually just a continuation of the song from before, but when the curtain opens, Lyle freezes up like the little bitch he is. Sorry. Hey, yo! Like a normal audience does, everyone leaves while either laughing or pointing. So, needless to say, reception is cool. And yeah, I understand that they totally bombed, but why is no one impressed by the fact that he's standing on two legs? I'm almost positive that's impossible. Shut up! They're probably wondering how they even put the show together in the first place, and the answer is rather simple. Hector sold his entire house, so he packs up his things as he prepares to abandon an adolescent crocodile.
Okay, I'm coming.
If you want that, I don't care.
About to move into, but he doesn't leave before doing this. Take this. He doesn't know how to use those. Other children cook. If you give a mouse a cookie, this time it's if you give a crocodile an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Don't worry about the phone bill. Now we've watched 18 months later. What an oddly specific amount of time. It's honestly hideous. Just say year and a half, or even round up to 2. Does anyone actually keep time like this?
Are we actually going to be living here?
I think we are. Did you not see the house before you bought it? A new family is in town to start a new life, but they have a son, and he uses the internet.
It's almost.
Then how do I
And I'm gonna cut you off before you say something bad. They meet this landlord, Mr. Brooks, and his character traits are having a CGI cat and being grumpy.
It's true.
Look, I know that's Brett Gelman, but I honestly think he's pretty cool. I don't have anything bad to say about him. What do you want me to do? You want me to just make fun of everyone? I'm not a monster.
FYI, there's a few left over from the previous owner in the attic. Hopefully they won't get in your way.
What if you just got her head knocked out of nowhere? Later that night, when the Prims... Oh, I didn't say this yet. They're literally just Mr. and Mrs. Prim. They don't have names. Later that night, when the Prims get in bed, we get a taste of the stale loaf of dialogue that we can expect from this movie. Who does pretty much the same thing that I do in bed at night.
Got this kid, idiot sandwich.
Yeah, I only had the
But then he hears
thing
an
right here.
actually creepy noise coming from
I
the vent, so he goes up to the attic to
Danny,
investigate.
would you take this mythic over
It's October
over
10th and 11th.
this
Prime
tactical
Big Deal
DMR?
Days give Prime members
Yeah.
exclusive access to 2 days of big
Oh wait,
savings.
no. You know what I
Which
could do?
means
Instead of
it's a
holding
big
a
deal.
scope that
That's
says
my
here's
tag.
my. Oh well, there's another one right here.
Prime
Oh,
Big
okay.
Deal Days, October 10th and 11th.
I could use
Only
this.
for Prime members.
So I could use my DMR
Sorry, respect, bro.
for my like AR, and then I could use the
Alfred,
tactical
100%
DMR
customized. Don't even say how much
for my
RAM and
sniper. 'Cause
Mm.
it's a much better sniper than a scope. So
Oh god, he's so big! There's a note on the case, and it basically just says, this is a
and
big
then if
green
I
animal,
find
his name is Lyle. But hold on, are you telling me that Hector
that-
just left Lyle in a small glass case and just said, fuck it, see you in 18 months? You're a freak, man. I'm not going into detail
memory.
about it. You're fucked.
I'll keep it until I find it.
That's an odd request. You know your son was freaking out about lead paint haunting him in the... When Josh gets to school, he immediately...
It's a weekend, Dad. I haven't played all week.
The most terrifying conflict you can find yourself in the modern American
Dead.
Seriously?
Do you not see a film here?
Oh my god, I would... If he actually does end up going to wrestling, he gets absolutely floored. It's borderline abusive, so needless to say, day one was fantastic. Dude, this next part is crazy. Josh goes on Google to look up how to make friends at school. This is unedited. Then he goes on this universe's TikTok equivalent called Sweep and absolutely thirsts over this girl from school. It's extremely uncomfortable. At school. This is unedited. And then tonight, Josh goes on Google to look up how to make friends at school. This is unedited. And then he goes on this universe called Sweep and absolutely thirsts over this girl from school. It's extremely uncomfortable. Alright, okay, you can stop now. That CGI cat from the beginning pulls up, and then they hear the silking singer through the vent. You like that? Silking singer? They go up to the attic again to discover that this time the case is empty, and when the cat notices a full-size Lyle standing behind them, this happens.
Nah, they're dead.
Realizing that he just ingested an entire cat, Lyle runs out the
I have
window,
a
leans into an
legendary,
epic chase.
Wait, go to Slurp
After
Truck.
hijinks and shenanigans, this scene has it all.
Oh, I didn't know it was only 3 shots. I thought it was like 5.
Out of the
Sorry.
shadows comes Lyle. I mean, dude, look at this shot. This goes crazy.
Oh my god, I got a gold one.
But before they head off, Lyle's like,
A gold DMR.
Next day, Mr. Pym is in the kitchen eating a bag of chocolate-covered cherries, which helps the film reveal that Mrs. Pym is an almond mom.
Full of hydrogenated palm oil and sugar and corn syrup. It's a good example for Josh. We should draw them out.
Sean, I also just feel like that line of thinking is super outdated. You know, at this point, I feel like we've all just grown up and accepted the fact that
Doing
everything
what?
is fine in moderation. Not gonna lie though, back in the day, my mom was like,
Yep.
almond?
I'm just leaving that for someone.
In the attic, Josh gives Lyle his +4 strength card, saying that it's his most prized possession. But dude, this is exactly like the MP3 player. Look at Lyle. He's like, dude, you fucking serious? But now it's time for school, so Josh busts out the door with a newfound determination. Something about meeting Lyle must have really changed.
Now they know those
He went from having full-blown panic attacks in the streets to vaulting through alleyways.
want it, you can take it.
Spider-Man.
Really? Over that? Oh, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I know.
But now Lyle is home alone.
I
Whatever
need
he
a more.
loses.
Oh,
Come
we should
here.
start glowing.
You know, I really like to imagine that Shawn Mendes is just hiding inside of a big crocodile costume, which if you think about it, you know, in this situation, it's him the real champion here, okay? Mrs. Pym comes home and works out on her rowing machine, but then she gets really depressed out of nowhere and starts looking through...
Oh, what is her name? Ahsoka right here.
Oh, hell yeah, I love that song. Everyone overhears this moment and quickly slithers away, but I swear to God, if I have to hear Shawn Mendes still register that song, it's so over. It's a wrecked
I don't
school
need
teacher
it.
the one on the board and his first day over on the street and he totally fumbles.
Kind of a weird line.
Oh, brutal. But I must be an idiot, though. because miraculously, Josh gets a follow back from her mere seconds after she leaves the frame. And with another dub in the bag,
Kids here.
time for Josh and Lyle to hit the streets. And by hitting the streets, I mean going behind a restaurant and eating literal garbage. But would you believe me if I told you that this is the second film in a row that I've reviewed where humans eat garbage with animals? Well, did they try to sandwich? Well, when they do it in this movie, it's cheap. But what would you do if you walked into an alleyway and immediately saw this? How horrifying is that? I mean, not only is there a full-size crocodile standing on two legs, but there's also a full-size crocodile on two legs bleeding this fucker dry. Take the shot! No, honestly, I'd just be so baffled that I'd off myself on the spot. We eventually go to a rooftop for a candlelit dinner, and Lyle's all like, eat! And Josh is like, nah, that's garbage, my brother. But then Lyle is like, and it's moments like this that make me super uncomfortable, because we know Lyle is capable of two things: singing and being a goddamn crocodile. You know, personally, if I were Josh, I would need a little bit of reassurance. Like, hey man, can you just let me know, like, you're not gonna eat me or anything, are you? Okay, no, that doesn't tell me anything.
Gotta go.
He's a dinosaur. Josh finally picks up on the fact that Lyle can't talk,
Dead.
oh god.
Get on me, get on me.
Okay.
No! This launches us into Top of the World, a song about healing on top of the world. Because I can't actually recreate the songs in the video. I'm just gonna sing over them with my beautiful voice so you can get an idea. It's like, I'm on top of the world tonight. That was like the little echo in it, you know. This song for me unlocks yet another level of discomfort about Lyle, and that is him dancing. I don't know what it is about the way they animated him, but his movements are far too human-like for me. Once again, put that fucker down. Nothing super crazy happens in this song, but at one point, Josh does this insane Marvel-style jump that breaks the universe for a second, and I think it just looks really funny. But now no one can stop them. They're on top of the world. Except for like the cops and like animals.
Are you healing?
The next day, the film throws in a super unnecessary moment where the cat finally gets home and literally liquid shits itself. Holy shit. You guys know me, I'm a huge fan of poop and fart jokes, but at the end of the day, this is a children's movie. So why would they throw a huge fan of poop and
Wait, that's so
finally
funny.
gets
Okay.
home and literally liquid shits itself? Holy shit! You guys know me, I'm a huge fan of poop and fart jokes, but at the end of the day, this is a children's movie. So why would they throw in the most realistic sound of anal anguish possible? Mrs. Pym notices that Josh isn't in bed, so she goes up to the attic to find him asleep in Lyle's gaping mouth. So here we go with another chase sequence, but this time Lyle has a plan that I don't like. Dear Christ, so yeah, he sang the song. But look at Mrs. Pym's face while he sings. This is a face of true terror. I can't tell if she's gonna pass out or just accept fate at this point. Imagine reminiscing on your wedding song and hours later having by a giant crocodile with the voice of Shawn Mendes.
Gotta kill.
Then threatening to call Mr. Pym and shut this operation down. The dog leaves the person and the wine was his only friend. Touched by this, Mrs. Pym agrees to keep things under wraps.
What a loser.
She finds Lyle taking a bath.
Can I see what he has? Don't take any of his ammo, I killed him.
Yeah, sure.
Sequence, which brings them into the kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's all the ammo that I need. Perfect.
Oh, come on! So now we're into the story.
I mean, 5
So
kids
Lyle
left.
basically
5 kids
convinces
left.
Mrs. Pym to stop being an officer.
Oh yeah.
Let me give you a little bit. It's
Wait, there's 2 duos and a solo.
Yeah, 2 duels and a solo.
Through the course of this song, Mrs. Pym and Josh
Fighting.
form a bond with Lyle, and Mrs. Pym upgrades from nuts and seeds
Fighting.
to, you guessed it, garbage. She actually sings in this one, and it sounds very weird, so good thing I can't play it for you. The next morning, Mr. Crump sets up security cameras around the neighborhood, which is highly illegal, and Josh and Mrs. Pym eat a pizza for breakfast. It seems actually super concerning, because while they're enjoying their pizza and garbage, it is abundantly clear that this new lifestyle also encourages Mrs. Pym to drink and be drunk at 9 in the morning.
Oh, thanks for stealing my kill.
Cute, but all it tells me
You're
is that
welcome.
Lyle is a horrible influence.
Oh, there's a
This
slurp.
newfound excitement in her life is
There's 2 kids. There's a duo and a solo. You found a slurp? No, don't use it. I need it.
Oh yeah, go point, go point. Here, have it.
What? And this sucks because she's definitely
Check,
not
check.
cheating. But from all angles, it looks like
Check,
Rose
check.
getting cooked by a crocodile.
What?
I mean,
Nobody here, kids.
Anyway, this means it's
Literally
finally
nobody.
time to reveal Lyle to
What do you
Miss
mean? There's 5 kids left. That means it's a duo and a solo.
I know, that's what I said.
And another chase sequence.
I thought you said
Mr. Pym
a
tries to
trio.
escape through the
I was like,
window. Lyle
bro,
has
there's
yet
no
another
trio.
awful
Yeah, let's go.
notices Mr. Pym is wrestling here on the wall.
Wrestling? What do you mean by that?
Fellow Phil.
What type of wrestling?
The sport.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like.
No, I'm not talking.
Your first idea,
The
bro.
YouTuber's
Male.
talking.
Like, can you imagine running away from
I
a
thought they were
crocodile and then
talking about
watching
the
it
male
stop
and
and make
female
the
wrestling.
decision to
You know what
square
I
up
meant.
with you? I would pray. After a short scramble, they run downstairs to find out. Oh god! Well, now Hector's back after his very specific 18
Wait,
months.
go
and,
high ground.
I think
Go
he's a
high
little
ground.
too excited to see Lyle. Yuck. Well, Lyle isn't super excited to see Hector at first. You know, on
Kids behind us.
Lyle gets extremely excited and fully pile drives Hector from the top of the stairs. So it turns out that there's a clause in the deed to the property that allows Hector to stay on the property 15 days out of the year, and it just makes no sense. It's definitely not okay. Hey, yeah, can you say that again but be a better actor this time? Also, Mrs. Pym has been ruthlessly drawing sketches of Lyle like a possessed child in a horror movie, and Mr. Pym thinks that's weird because it is. The next morning,
I don't.
Mr. Pym walks in on Hector taking a shower and just fully flashes his and then with no hesitation, he asks Mr. Pym to make him breakfast with very specific instructions, so you know what? I guess he really did.
Oh my god, I died.
Because they decide to take Lyle out on the town in broad daylight to shine the Florida Gators in New York. It's basically just a montage of them doing classic New York stuff, but at one point, Lyle really threatens to beat this bulldog and leaves him trapped.
Dang it. Return to lobby.
Jesus, you don't understand this tactic. Mr. Pym is the one person that Lyle has yet to get on board with him, but every time they interact, Lyle turns it into a life or death meat-size competition. But this time it's actually a wrestling match, and Lyle just straight up brutalizes Mr. Pym, at one point giving him such a big wedgie that I'm sure...
Sorry, my mom was just asking and my brother was downstairs.
In the end, Mr. Pym ends
What?
up winning, but not really, because Lyle just plays
fun.
dead on the
I don't
floor,
have to
once
go
again
yet.
proving the fact
Let's
that if
play
Lyle
another
could, he fucking would. So now everyone is friends, giving Lyle and Hector a chance to reprise their friendship song for the third time. This reminds Hector of how talented they are together, and in the attic, he convinces Lyle to get back into show business by singing the song they just sang again. While Lyle agrees, he isn't too psyched about it, and Josh worries that it may not be what he wants. But Hector is basically like, piss off, I'm about to go get that gator money, and then he speeds off with Lyle in this goofy sidecar motorcycle that we're now seeing for the first time. But guess what doesn't work out?
Oh, it is.
That. Lyle is still too nervous to perform for an audience, causing Hector to lose even more money.
But nothing I can smooth over with a little Valenti charm.
Yeah, well, Valenti charm must be something either horribly offensive or illegal, because the next day, Mr. Pym witnesses Hector being thrown out of a moving car at full speed. After that exciting encounter, Mr. Pym walks in on a tenant's intervention led by Mr. Grumps, where he essentially just humiliates the family in front of everyone.
If you can find it in your hearts to sign the petition and override the school's power to allowing awful families like...
In the middle of this, Hector pulls up and reveals to everyone...
Okay, where do you want to land? Danny?
Yeah. Danny?
Where do you want to land?
Daniel?
Everyone that Mr. Grumps has been spying everyone
Yeah,
with those
yeah,
security
Daniel,
cameras
yeah.
from earlier. So for now, the secret
Just gonna go here because I don't even hear you.
Well, actually just for the next minute and a half, because while the family is celebrating their epic dub, Animal Control shows up and fucking snipes Lyle.
Yeah, I think I'm going.
No, I can hear you.
No, Lyle! Man, I don't know what it is, but
That's
something
the
about
only way
brutal
to
scenes
make
like
you,
this in
like,
children's movies, it
be,
killed
like,
me. Also,
positive.
Lyle simply didn't
You know about
resist. In
Lisa
fact, he was
Nick?
showing almost
Sorry.
every sign of submission.
There's
Turn
a
up that
lot
body
of,
cam real quick. Turn up that body cam. He's resisting! So now Lyle's in the zoo with a bunch of evil Lyles, also known as real crocodiles. And the last couple
Not a
minutes of
lot
the
of
movie were
kids.
extremely depressing, so you know they had to throw in a fart joke. And then something really confusing happens when the family shows up to see Lyle and he goes up to see them at the cage. The zookeeper comes in and says,
Hey, no hands through the bars. This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days, October 10th and 11th, only for Prime members.
okay, yes, we've learned that he can understand English, but how do you know that? Because that leads me to believe that you talk to all the crocodiles like that. Like they're prison inmates, you know? I just imagine it's like, all right, you got your one call. Come on, let's go. Oh, there goes my foot.
They understand crocodiles. They're gonna look after them.
And why don't you give me fucking raspberry boulevard or a chicken milanese with a dash of salsa verde?
That's what you guys were eating?
Alright,
I can't believe
I
that.
killed,
He was literally dangling
them
you
too.
over a
I almost
dumpster
died,
in the alleyway of a Chinese restaurant. No,
can
at
tell
this
that.
point I'm just fully
Huh?
convinced that you have Stockholm Syndrome.
I can
But
tell
for
that you
eating
almost
garbage, so
died
Josh
because
is
you're
freaking
like,
out about this whole
you're
thing,
like
and when
at
Mr. Pim tells him that there's
75
not
HP,
really
80?
anything they can do,
87.
he freaks out even harder and fucking
Yeah, of course.
dies like he's in a video game cutscene.
He had a panic attack. Triggered his asthma.
Oh, my bad. Well, now everyone is at rock bottom, and what a better way to treat this moment than by letting Shawn Mendes sing again. This one is a ballad accompanied by a montage of memories that make it seem like they've all known each other for years, when in reality, I'm pretty sure all of this has taken place over the course of less than a week. Touch it. That part's bad, and it's way too long, so we're gonna move. The next day, Josh talks to the sweep girl, and she tries to relate to Josh by telling him about her pet snake that escaped one time, but then she just splits a
Oh, it was a,
cookie with him, and the moment is
a
over.
dry-ass
Spent
looking cookie with him.
any time building the character relationship here, I would think that this moment is touching. But so far, all we've seen her do is roast Josh and never talk to him outside of school, and that's literally just manipulation and bullying. Later that night, Josh goes to take out the trash where he runs into Hector, who reveals that he was the one who put
Right.
Lyle out.
Actually, I have to think it. Fear.
But then he's
Okay, oh my god, how did I get him through the rail?
4 a.m. and let's make this happen. And he does. Hector arrives at the zoo looking not suspicious at all, and then this dumbass guard gets himself magic tricked into a fence,
How?
allowing Hector
How am I alive?
First thing I would do is pull my gun, or I'd scream at the top of my lungs. But for some reason, the first thing this guard decides...
Dude, I'm at 22 HP. I sniped the first guy through the railing. Mind you, are you healing?
Here's how this pretty much goes down. Hector jumps into the crocodile enclosure where he sees Josh on the other side of the bars, and Josh is like, you dumb piece of shit. Then a bunch of the evil Lyles emerge, accompanied by real Lyle, who basically just lets whatever's gonna happen, happen. So it's make or break. Either Hector is gonna apologize now, or he's gonna get eaten really hard. It ends up being one of those moments like, you have to come back to where you belong. No. Back to Josh. And how sweet is that? You know, what a touching moment. Oh, holy shit, well, yeah, that was cool. Now it's time for a jailbreak. While being surrounded by the cops, Josh notices a tour bus for that America's Got Talent.
I'm back,
show,
baby.
and
I'm sniping, and I'm back.
Multiple times, and it never works. But they hop on the motorcycle anyway and give it one last try. In the middle of this high-stakes ride, Josh gives his phone to Lyle to navigate, but he just ends up playing with Instagram filters. This is so Oh yeah, Lyle's toast. That was like GTA level impact. They scramble through the building and pretty immediately just thrust themselves onto the stage, which causes so much shock from the audience that you'd think that they hopped on stage in full Nazi gear. So the cops storm the theater. Everyone's on edge, and well, this just isn't looking good.
Maybe we started pretty small.
Oh wow, now it's even worse. Well folks, I think you know what time it is. Help! help, help, help! And it is a party,
Help,
ladies and
help,
gentlemen.
help.
Everyone's jumping, everyone's cheering, and Lyle is the goddamn man. I think we can agree that getting through this movie has been pretty grueling, and I know you don't care about the rest of it, so I think that it's the perfect time for a lightning round. A month after the performance, the family is still dealing with the issue of Lyle being illegal, so they battle it out in court where Hector reveals that... I mean, this is just a crock of shit. Hector reveals that somehow there's a clause in the deed for the property that allows exotic animals. Not only does Mr. Grumps lose the case, but his cat abandons him, and Mr. Pym straight up assaults him in the courtroom. But now everyone is living together, and the family decides to go on vacation because Lyle has never been on vacation. Dude, he's an animal.
Do it, Malfoy.
No, I'm done, guys. That's the end of the movie. And what a movie it was. Sorry for putting you guys through all of that. I truly didn't plan on this being my longest video, but something within me, there was like a burning passion. I needed to cover this. I gotta say, honestly, this wasn't a horrible movie. I think with a lot of movies like this, there's just so many things that you can find in it. It's just fun. That's what we do here. But other than that, and everything that I've given you in this video, I don't have much else to say. Of course, if you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting for interaction and increased growth. But folks, that's all I have for you this time. But until next time, see, I know you think you knew what I was going to do for this little bit at the end, but you're wrong. I'm not going to do it. I have outsmarted la 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 la.
We're told that
La, la,
success
la,
is
la,
all
la.
about making it on your own. The truth is, being great gets done alone. That's why.
Graham.
A little over a year ago, you guys found out that I really love dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Very nice, very sweet.
Oh, hold on, that's not it. That's a clip of me petting a goat. I meant to put that in there. Oh, hold on, that I really love dinosaurs.
Very nice, very sweet.
Oh, hold on, that's not it. That's a clip of me petting a goat. I meant to put that in there. The clip I was supposed to show you is actually from last year when I kicked off. For those of you who may not know, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia just completed its 16th season, helping it maintain its spot as the longest-running live-action sitcom. Longtime fans of the show could probably tell you that the last few seasons were considerably mid, but somehow out of nowhere, the new season was actually really good. In fact, the change was so dramatic that they went from attempting wild gimmicks that completely destroyed the appeal of the show back to simple concepts that made the season feel a good 7 years older. Now at this point you're probably saying, nah, hold on, Andy, I clicked on this video for Bar Rescue. You did. But I haven't even told you what makes this new season so special.
Should I get sniper
You get a couple
ammo?
episodes in and you're like, wow, I'm really liking this show again. I've watched 2 episodes, okay? And then you get to episode 3. We will be sending a producer to do a walkthrough of you, warmly your friends at Bar Rescue! Yes! So what does this mean? Well, as a part-time bar rescue influencer, I'm going to choose to believe that this is all because of me. Yo! And what a better way to celebrate than by covering an episode that I have been suggested quite literally every single time I have covered this show. Please watch the pirate-themed bar episode. It's too good. I would love to see you cover the pirate bar episode of season 2. To watch the pirate So yeah, I watched the pirate one. I've been holding off on this episode for a while, mainly because people had hyped it up to be like the best one, but after watching it, I sort of realized that it's really the most dynamic one.
If things don't change soon, Pirate's Tavern in Silver Spring, Maryland will become just another statistic.
So yeah, there you go. It's literally a pirate bar. And right, we're not talking like taxidermy bird in the corner and being served in like a barrel-shaped cup. No, we're talking both of those, and you're served by a pirate, and guess what? You're a pirate too, but it's you. You're doing it. It's you now. I get it. You know, like that sounds like a pretty funny joke, right? You know, it's not a joke. This is an
just any bar. It's a bar.
Hey, no, okay, come on, we're like 30 seconds in, okay? You can't be doing this yet. Okay, so usually when we're introduced to these bars, we get like sort of a backstory on the inspiration for its creation, and this one doesn't make sense. Apparently, after a long career in corporate communications, the owner, Tracy, threw dude, I'm not even making this up, this is word for word. Tracy threw, quote, a successful pirate-themed Halloween party and wanted to bring the theme to her everyday life.
She wanted to bring the theme to her everyday life.
So within the first 40 seconds of this episode, we've already established that the owner is so good. Well, like my God,
Pirates only attracted
Johnny, can you play?
a Renaissance fair reenactors and career pirates. Spent most of their lives in character.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a Ren Fair bar, like a cosplay bar. Dude, they're gonna send John
Yeah.
Capper into essentially a cosplay business. How is this like not the
Yeah,
best
why?
episode ever? We need one of the servers. His name is One-Eyed Mike.
Yeah, sure. Is
Wanna guess why
Daniel?
his name
Did
is
Daniel
One-Eyed
leave?
Mike?
Danny has to No, I'm leave still
Go punch.
He says that he's the only pirate you'll ever meet in 200 years that actually lost an eye in a sword duel.
You guys are done with this game, okay?
Oh my God! I got him. Here, just res.
Now get this.
Daniel,
Tracy
Rez, I
has
knocked
a
the kid.
husband, and his name is Juiciano. Juiciano has been hired by her as the head chef, and that would be like such a badass, like cool couple moment. If Juiciano had any cooking experience, he doesn't. So that's
Here, just
we
Rez,
find out
just
that
Rez.
the bar has one fatal flaw.
Okay, I'm gonna message.
I got med kits.
We need a Yo, you got med kits? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
nice.
fine.
I don't need any. I don't need
No,
any.
I mean like for me. I see that you.
The concept about them being real
Storm
pirates
is
and not
a
having a
problem.
captain. That's not
If I were you, I'd start running.
What makes this so much worse is the fact that they still have regular customers coming in. They just have no idea what's going on inside.
While actual customers make their way out the door.
We thought it would be fun to come down with us one of the worst experiences ever.
Tracy is $900,000 in debt, and you really need to let that sink in because that is an unbelievable amount of money. I think the most.
Oh my God, I actually got the kid.
This series is like 400,000.
Did you see that snipe,
Regardless,
Lucas?
This is a lot of money, and the main question should be, how are they going to get out of this? But I just can't help but think, how did they get here? Well, I'm going to keep it real. That doesn't really matter because this episode is about to provide us with quite the treat. I've gone into quite a bit of detail in the past about John's recon sections. John is doing his recon section.
Kids.
It's the recon. This time, John is upgraded to a recon device that makes it look like he's guiding a drone strike. Usually for this section, John is joined by some celebrity guest. He really likes
Got him.
Vegas
Thank
and
you.
Russell Davis. Those are just a couple
What is he
examples.
at?
This time,
He's dead.
John is
He was
joined
solo.
by, you guessed it,
I think that was the kid's teammate who I killed. Here, come here.
Yeah.
Slurp truck. See, that one took longer to hit. I think the other one had been broken a little bit already.
Yeah,
we see that there's a whole entry
Dude, I thought
area
this
that they
Ahsoka
barely
skin
use with a really skinny hallway that leads to the
was an
bar in the
enemy,
back.
but it
Oh,
was
and by
just
the way,
it
if
was
you
just
needed a reminder
Do you
of
want
just how
Ahsoka?
unfit John and his
No,
wife
I already
Nicole
have
are
one.
to be doing this,
Oh, okay.
just take a look at what Nicole orders.
Including our wine list. So I ordered a glass of wine, Dr. Nigel.
A glass of wine. You're looking for trouble with that. I watched my mom order wine at Chuck E. Cheese as a kid.
Because
It
they're
still
kids
made
on
more
them,
sense
kids
than
on
this.
them.
Like, how is a pirate supposed to sound cool serving that? Ard, here's your Cabernet.
Oh, yeah, they're
Somebody
building.
kill myself. Well, just
They're
kidding. I don't
scared.
feel like it.
Something's
so that's
happening
good. You know what I
up
do
there.
feel like doing, though, is enjoying a nice glass of wine. Thanks to today's sponsor, Bright Cellars, I can do just that. No parts that match up, wines that quiz her to choose from in a vast variety of wines. Honestly, I don't know what you're waiting for. And guys, most importantly, when you support Bright Cellars, you support me. So go ahead and use my link to get your first box for $60. That is usually a $150 value. That's a deal. Thanks so much to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back to that. Anyway, things around the bar are getting fishy. But for some reason, the bar is filled with regular people, and the staff is being eerily nice. Hey, yo, John, get in there! What are you doing? You can take that, man? It basically gets to the point where the staff is circling her like dogs, and she gets so uncomfortable that she gets
Who's
up
fighting?
and... By the way, the show
And
keeps
it's
saying
not
that
down here.
Nicole was
Get
being
that,
by the staff like she was some small forest prey.
I think these people know who I am. I've been made.
Nicole being made by the pirate staff.
But it's like, of course, dude, look at her. It looks like you went to the darkest corporate office in town, called the CEO, and said, hey, You know John Tapper? Well,
Dude,
that was
they're
pretty
up
scary,
there.
right?
They're
Yeah, well, then
on
John...
island.
Yeah, I know.
Danny.
I knew that would happen.
I knew this boat would stick out like a
They're on
sore thumb in
island.
this place. But I
Yeah,
was
exactly.
You said your wife
I'm not going up there.
playing dive bar
Oh, yeah.
over a glass of wine.
I thought you wanted to go.
That's like covering yourself in honey and running up to a bear. Except also an hour ago, you put your dick in the dish disposal.
39?
John's feeling as cold as ever. Not even his wife is safe from the destruction of his earth-shattering scream. And he decides that he's going to call in the owners of a bar that he saved in season 1, Bill and Jen. Not only that, he's going to shake things up this time, and he's going to make them dress up as
Yo, it's
Bill and Jen
9/11.
Rodenheiser over
I have
there.
9 kills, you have
Well,
11.
having them
And
come
it's
out
11
would be
kills
like
in all.
fighting.
Yeah, thanks for saving our
You
bar,
have
John. We'd
two- I
love to
have 2
humiliate
kills.
ourselves. Like, this is so crazy, though, right? Like,
I
imagine
wish
being
I
so
had
down by the balls that
guns.
you and your wife are willing to help John create his own
No, I
fantasy factory.
We're not going there.
All right. Now let's play dress.
Okay.
Anyway, they go into the bar and they wait in that sun area for someone to seat them,
Why
but
you
no one
trying to shoot
shows
me?
up. But when they finally sit themselves down, they have to
Well,
deal
like,
with
I
this.
get you want to get free kills, but
Who's gonna
like,
shake this out for having a fucking all night?
oh yeah, yeah,
It
they're
works,
actually.
the uncomfortable stuttering
Yeah.
from the server, or the fact that Bill and Jen just aren't trying to blend
no,
in
no, no.
at all.
They actually coming. They actually coming.
some menus?
They're on my-
Can we get some menus? Can we get some
Fuck, they're
menus?
covered.
Like, come on, bro. You're already in the costume. You know, you don't have much else
they
to lose,
climbing?
right? This guy's swinging around a club. Wondering if we'll see him again. And Bill and Jen order the grog. I know.
Regular or something? All depends on how groggy you want to feel.
I'd like to feel that grog.
Looks like grog is a combination of rum, sugar, and water brought to a boil. Wow, sounds like it would literally turn your intestines into glass. They end up hating that shit and decide to order the fresh catch. And honestly, like, come on, can you give them a break? Like, you know what's gonna happen. Like, did they hate it? Yup, but you can't go to a novelty bar and expect the catch of the day to be like a delicate, crusted tuna steak. That means so far, John has sent 2 parties in to order the fanciest items possible, and it really just feels like he's taking cheap shots here. Personally, I'm starting to feel like John just has this weird vendetta against pirates, but we'll get there in a second. They report their findings to John, and apparently some guy inside was doing a Fortnite dance. They got freaked out by that. But after hearing about these atrocities, John makes a statement that, like, I want to call it racist or something, but I don't know. It just sounds really offensive.
This is a strange one because it runs deep. It's more than just food, more than just beverage. There's a cultural thing in this business that's killing it.
Right, like I'm hearing
Cultural
culture,
thing.
but I'm feeling like cancer. So now it's time for John to head in and get a good look at the place for himself. Usually when John walks into these bars, he waddles in with this fierce sort of swagger, but something about this place is clearly fucking with him because he immediately walks in with the
Kids by the zip line.
Now remember
Where are
how
you?
I just said that it feels like John
Right here.
was vendetta? Personally, I'm starting to feel like John just has this weird vendetta against pirates. The problem with this bar is that
Got one.
Got him.
Another one.
Hold on, John. Who the fuck said anything about corporate lunches? Once again, this is a
Dead.
role-play club. Okay, I feel like we keep
Come with me.
that very important fact. I'm not
gosh,
pulling
oh
up here
gosh.
for an
But I'm not
Americano and a
editing.
chicken Caesar wrap before my meeting. No, if anything, this is a,
Do you
know,
have
the
any?
next spot, baby. That's what John should be focusing on here, you know? Like, have you ever seen a
Do you have
group of
any-
lawyers at a
Huh?
Margaritaville? You know, they'll be talking about
you
that
have
shit
any
for months.
heals?
When John asks Tracy
Yeah, I
why
have
she
2
wanted
med
to run
kits.
a pirate bar, she tells him that it's the ultimate adult fantasy and that it's dangerous and
Can I
sexy.
have one?
Yeah, I'm definitely about the bus.
Actually, not now.
I live with my parents in the basement of their house.
I gotta get 100, you know? At least 100. Oh my god, it's 11:05. My mom is probably gonna be like, roll like, Mom.
We're in zone, we're fine. Lucas.
Pizza.
Monster High, I miss
Lucas.
Monster High
Still on the
2
party?
now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Right there.
Let me see. Yeah, he still is.
There's kids where I marked.
Sorry.
Or there's a kid.
Come to sweat.
Oh, there's a duo and a solo left, so that's probably the solo. No, now there's a duo left. Or 2 solos. I think it's 2 solos.
Monster High 2. Watch with your family. Now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This kid might be a sweat. He has power cord on. I'm pretty sure that's a sweaty skin.
It's an okay.
Yeah, she also lives there with
Like,
her husband
they're
and
getting
her
to their
7-year-old
sweaty level.
daughter. So,
But no, they're still not
DJ,
like,
play
oh my
that
god,
track.
oh my god, he's
No,
trying
no,
to
that's not.
He's like,
Oh my god, no way. He's at 1 HP. This kid's at 1 HP. One of them's at 1 HP.
Yes, they need to fix it. But John is just focused on happy hour. Like, what the fuck? Did you ever notice yet the vibe of the intro section is very different compared to other episodes?
Stop using the
They
lightsaber.
get super pissed and they all just start
Shut up.
yelling at each other. But this time the owner is so calm and straightforward that it almost makes John more angry. In fact, he gets so heated
Okay,
that
I
he
have to
just
go.
starts repeating the same.
Alright.
Or maybe I can stay until they scream at me later.
Well, Greg, I hope you enjoyed this video of me just playing really bad Fortnite gameplay with my friends. I mean, nothing much to expect from me here, except that's what you come to expect, right? So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to see you in my next video where I spat on the ground, slipped on it, and cracked my head open. Bye.
This video is over now, over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, yeah, a lot of fun. But you can't stay on this end screen forever, no. This video is over now.